What's up YouTube? I'm doing an update video on the big 75 gallon South American cichlid tank. Let me try to get this to focus. Alright, well so you can see I got the cucumber, you can see the reflection. Pleco's been eating that, same with the bala shark, he's eating some right now. I just did a big water change on the tank. And if you guys watch my videos, you'll know that the tank actually looks quite different. It's been changing. Most of these fish have been here a while, but I took some out. The green terror is no longer in this tank. He's in a tank by himself. I'll make a video on that, just showing him. But he was just too aggressive. I had him for, it's not in this tank because I had him in a 30 for a while when he was really tiny, but I've probably had him pretty close to a year. Not quite a year, but pretty close, and he's just too aggressive. The jaguar right here, actually I was just looking at some of my old videos today, and he actually has not grown very much. I was surprised because I was looking, he really hasn't grown much in the last couple months, and a lot of that is because he wasn't really eating that much, and a lot of that was because the green terror was really bullying him, and he just wasn't getting his fair share of food. Same with the Oscar here. I've had him about 2 months, and he hasn't really grown much, and he really was not eating at all. He was just hiding inside this rock here. There's like a hole in there, so it sinks, and he would just hide in there, and every couple of days he might come out and grab some food. But now since I got rid of the green terror, he's swimming around, and the big Oscar right here was actually picking on him a lot along with the green terror, but for some reason ever since I got rid of the green terror now, the big Oscar is kind of leaving him alone, and the jaguar occasionally will pick on the smaller Oscar, but for the most part he kind of just leaves him alone and minds to himself. But ever since I got rid of that green terror, removed him to a separate tank, the jaguar's eating a lot better now, and same with the Oscar, and I can actually see this Oscar now and see what he's doing, so it'll be nice to see him grow up and hopefully reach the same size as this one, and he's still growing too, so he's got a decent amount of growing left, and this one obviously is a lot. You can see the big pleco there. He's pooping, he's always pooping. I got the 2 grass cutter catfish right here. They've just always been chilling in here. Nobody, sometimes the jaguar chases them, but for the most part nobody bothers them, and they just kind of, they usually stay by each other because they're kind of schooling fish, but for the most part they just kind of mind to themselves. And of course the bala shark, the green terror used to pick on him, but as of right now he just kind of stays out of the other fish's way and gets his fair share of food. So, and long term, I've already shown, I got a royal pleco. I made a video on that already, actually a couple, but eventually I plan on adding the royal pleco to this tank and adding some big pieces of driftwood that I got. I'll rescape this tank, and I plan on probably selling him. I don't really want to, but I gotta make room for the royal pleco, and I really like him, so I'll find a nice home for this big pleco right here, the big common one. I think these grass cutters will probably stay. I'd like a catfish in this tank other than a pleco, and most of the other catfish I want get too big. Red-tailed catfish get way too big and they'll eat all my other fish. Same with tiger shovel nose. I got a pair of iridescent sharks upstairs. I might add them to here, but they're not going to stay long term. They get too big. I plan on adding clown knives to here for a while until they get too big, and then I'm going to get rid of them. And I probably shouldn't have bought them in the first place, but oh well, it's kind of fun just raising them. But clown knives and iridescent sharks are still small, but they'll eventually go in here until they get too big, and then I'll find a better home for them. And because I work at a pet store and know people who work at other ones, that's not a problem. So these guys will probably stay. I think the royal pleco is going to stay, and then probably just these 2 grass cutters, because I want a catfish that doesn't get too big and is pretty peaceful for the most part. This pleco is probably going to go eventually. Bala shark, I'm not sure. I don't know what I'll do with the bala shark. And then I plan on keeping Biscuit right here. That's the name of my biggest Oscar, the big albino tiger. He's about, he's probably about 8 or 9 inches. And if it works out, I might just end up with a pair of Oscars in here. And unfortunately, I might have to get rid of the Jaguar. He'll get pretty big, so might have to get rid of him. Or I might just keep just a Jaguar, which I doubt. I don't think I'll do that. Or maybe just the albino tiger Oscar and the Jaguar, or the red Oscar and the Jaguar. I don't know. I'll see. But I think eventually the Jaguar probably will end up going if everything works out, and just keep these 2 Oscars along with the Royal Pleco and probably these 2 catfish, and that might just be it. So here he is moving around the tank, the big common pleco. This guy's huge. He's probably about, he's got to be like 13 or 14 inches. I think this tank, I think in terms of height, I think it's like 22 inches tall, and I've seen him on it, and he's pretty damn close to it. So from the very tip of his tail to the tip of his nose, he might be bigger than 14 inches now, because that was a while ago. So I don't know, but he is a big pleco. So everybody's doing pretty good now. Jaguar, Bala shark. Really, everybody's doing better now since the green tear's out of here. He was just kind of a bully. The only fishes he didn't bother were the pleco, and then he was scared of the big Oscar just because he was just so big. He kind of just left him alone. So yeah. All right. Well, here's the update on my 75-gallon South American cichlid tank. I guess that's kind of the thing. I don't plan on really adding any fish for a while until I grow out some other fish. So I probably won't do an update on this tank for a while, but we'll see. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, leave them below, and feel free to check out my other videos. Thanks.